Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Roxanne. If it's your first time here, then welcome. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about my bookish buzzwords. So these are words, concepts, themes, ideas, plot devices, whatever you want to call it, that when I know is included in a book or a story, I am much more likely to want to pick it up. It might be an automatic buy for me depending on on probably a few other factors, but these are things that I love to read about. These are things that just bring me joy and I love them so much. I have my handy dandy planner down here, so if you see me looking down, it's because I am a list maker. So the first one is I guess there's a couple of like criminal type things that I love to read about. I don't know what this says about me. I am a goody. I'm a goody two shoes. I don't get in trouble, but I love to read about assassins. I love to read about thieves and heists, and I love to read about serial killers. So in mysteries, I would say serial killers are my favorite type of crime. I love it. It's so intriguing to me. It's so just the mystery and the psychology that is discussed. I love it. Heists are just so fun. And yeah, so are assassins. I think they're cool. But assassins, when they actually do what they're supposed to do, I think we all know that there are so many. It's used as like a buzzword a lot, and then you don't actually ever get to see that in the story, which is really annoying. So yeah, definitely those three I love. For sort of romance type tropes that I love when one person is very grumpy, grouchy, just cat hates everybody, and then you have like the ray of sunshine. The wind out there is ridiculous right now, good lord. But yeah, whenever it's like a really grumpy guy and like a ray of sunshine girl that they fall in love, or if it's the opposite, and you have really like a girl that hates absolutely everybody and you have this ray of sunshine male protagonist, I love it. If it's I'm like legitimately afraid of this wind right now. If it's you know, in a queer dynamic, I love it as well. I just love that dynamic. I love it so much. I love enemies to lovers, not so much hate to love. I love more enemies to lovers. I think hate to love, I think, and I've heard other reviewers say this, and I tend to agree, you either don't get sold enough on the hate or the love or the overcoming of that. So I like more enemies to lovers. So like if they are work rivals or rivals of any kind, or they have to kill each other and then they end up falling in love, I love that so much. That's super fun. I do love friends to lovers as well. I love and I love when it's paired with second chance romance. I love second chance romance, and I love when they were like kid you know, friends when they were kids, and then maybe something was there but no one really did anything about it, or they did and it just didn't work out, and as they're older now they have to try it again. I love the Sarah Morgan romances. I think they're so sweet. And in one of the like the Manhattan like series that she has, I'll put it here what it's called, and which book I'm talking about. It has the sort of second chance and friends to lovers and the like friend of a sibling all mixed into one, and I love it so much. I love friends as family, or like found family. I love the found family component to any story, and I love that when it's friends who are so close that they've just developed a familial bond because of, you know, whatever circumstances that may be. I love books about books. You guys know I am a super into that. I will get books about librarians, books about bookstores, books about yeah, anything. I mean, I love here right next to me is the bookshop of yesterday's. This is kind of like a mystery. It's like a contemporary, but it has some mystery components, and it's about a bookstore, and I freaking love it. Oh, one that I missed for romance. Another one for romance is like Stuck Together Somewhere. The whole like only one bed in a hotel room I love, and the stuck together because of a storm or because whatever happens. I read A Wedding in December by Sarah Morgan, I think like 2 years ago, and it has one of the romances in this is like trapped during a blizzard. I love it so much. For fantasy, I love witches, so I love witchcraft, witches, magic. I'm into it. I obviously love magic system and fantasies just in general, but I do like it when it is very specifically presented in the way of like witches, wizards, mages, that type of thing. I really love it. I love a gothic type of novel. I love the atmosphere of it. I love the writing. I love the themes. Everything, if you describe it to me as like a gothic, modern gothic, gothic, mystery, gothic, anything, I will want to read it, especially if it's written by a woman. I am all here for it. As far as settings go, anything to do with Puerto Rico, I'm automatically going to want to buy it because that's where I'm from. I want to read everything about it and learn everything about it, so that one for sure. Anything set in colleges or boarding schools, that's I love campus novels. I love that so much. So colleges and boarding schools for sure. And then I love a sort of ragtag crew of outsiders who like no one really gets, and they have their own little culture. And you see some components of this like friendship group as family culture, like outsiders, a lot in campus novels. But I mean, even not even so much in such serious situations, but just like people who are not understood by others, whether it be like in a high school setting or just as they're growing up. I love this written by like for adult fiction, but with a younger, like maybe seniors in high school or freshman type of age range. I love that a lot. This sort of misunderstood friends that are really, really close. I love that in Signal to Noise by Silvia Moreno Garcia, the three friends are really close, and they have that sort of bond. And so it's an adult novel, but it talks about a high school kids. So that's what I love to read about. So those, I think I got most of the ones that I'm just so likely to automatically pick up. And I think you guys can see these show up a lot in the types of books that I read. All of my cozy murder mysteries are basic. Most of my cozy murder mysteries that I read are basically about like librarians or rare booksellers or booksellers in general, or book restoration experts. So that books about books I absolutely love. Some of my favorite fantasy novels, so like The Lives of Locke Lamora, the Gentleman Bastard series is one of my favorite series of all time. That's a bunch of thieves. That's a bunch of thieves, and it's all about heists and stuff, and I love that so much. So yeah, those are things that if you tell me like, hey, I think you will like this book because it has, it's in a boarding school, it has like that campus novel feel, it's like gothic, blah blah blah, I am all for it. That's all you have to tell me. I'm not even gonna read the synopsis. That's all I want to know to read it. So let me know if you share some of these bookish buzzwords or bookish things that will automatically want to make you read it. Let me know some examples if you have any, and I will add to my TBR if I don't have them already. As always, thank you for watching and for listening. I love you all very much.